Hey guys, what's up? Michael Watkins Real Estate here, and today I just wanted to share with you guys a conversation I had with a friend of mine that I was helping to buy a house a few months ago. All right, really interesting conversation. I think there are a couple of teachable moments here in the conversation I had with him. So I'm going to share that with you. So long story short, my friend just got pre-qualified for a mortgage. He had some credit issues and he went through a lot of trouble to, rebuild his credit, clear some things up off of his credit, and ended up getting pre-qualified for a $300,000 mortgage. All excited for him, all happy for him. Set him up on some appointments to look at a couple of the homes that he liked. Met him at the first home, right? Listen to this. First home I met him at so we could do a showing. He pulls up in a brand new Lexus, GS300 Lexus. He shows up in this brand new car. For those of you who don't know, this is a $50,000, $60,000 car that he shows up in right after he gets pre-qualified. Now, for those of you who've qualified for a mortgage before, you know that the last thing you want to do after you qualify for a mortgage is disrupt your debt to income ratio. So I asked him, listen, what's going on here, man? What's up? Why'd you go buy this brand new car? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I got it covered. All right. Anyways, long story short, he disappears for about 2 months. Never heard from him after that. All right. Finally ran into him at a friend's party. And I asked him, hey, what happened? Are you still looking for a house? What's going on? He goes, no, I changed my mind. I don't think it's a good time to buy a house. I go, what? What do you mean? The interest rates are the lowest they've ever been. You know that. You just got qualified for a mortgage. He goes, nah, I don't think it's a good time to buy a house. The bubble's going to burst again. Housing prices are going to skyrocket, and it's going to end up just, causing a market crash all over again. So I'm staying out of the market. Most ridiculous reason I've ever heard to not buy a house. First of all, guys, the housing market is cyclical, all right? Every 8 to 12 years or so, it goes up and down, all right? But never down. First of all, 2007 was an anomaly, right? It was due to banks not regulating how they loaned money out. You can read about it, all right? Everyone knows why the housing market crashed. That is not going to happen again. And that should not be an excuse for anyone to not buy a house, all right? The housing market is cyclical. It goes up and down, but it won't ever again go down in a way that would cause you to not invest in the market, or should cause you to not want to invest in the market, okay? Whenever you have the opportunity, you should always be looking to invest in home ownership. That's number one. All right, it's always going to pay dividends that will have a greater return than if you didn't buy a house. All right, except for, in rare instances where you do an analysis of rent versus buy. And, if you're a sophisticated investor, you understand that analysis. But not very many people will do that. But you should always be looking to buy a house. Number two, interest rates are at historic lows. All right, you don't have to take my word for it. Just Google lowest mortgage rates in history and see what you come up with. Mortgage rates right now have never been lower in the history of mortgages. All right, interest rates are somewhere around 3.7, 3.9%, something like that. So if you can get a mortgage to buy a house, you should be looking to buy a house. All right, that is bar none. Any advisor will tell you that. Any financial person will tell you that. Borrow money right now to buy a house if you can. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Do me a favor, share this with a friend, anyone you know who's looking for a home. Share this information with them, and look me up on Facebook if you need my help, even if you just have questions, all right? Michael Watkins Real Estate on Facebook, or give me a call, 305-951-2566. Any questions you may have, I'll be happy to answer it, all right? Talk to you soon.